Hello there. Hello to our family of food friends. I'm Ralph.
And I'm Kevin.
And we're welcoming you to Cavalcade of Food with a little bit of a switcheroo, me in front of the camera.
For a change.
And the reason being that I am going to try making my mother's Spanish rice. My parents were both born in Mexico, and I grew up watching my mom make this rice, but I've never tried it myself, and I'm going to give it my best and hope it comes out. So
I'm sure it will.
I remember watching her make it, and I know she started off with a little bit of oil enough to cover the bottom of a big pan. But she usually made enough for an army because of our large family. So
looks like maybe
a tablespoon.
a little bit more. That's probably a couple tablespoons in there.
Okay. So you want that at about just medium, I think, heat. Because we're going to put the rice in there, 2 cups of rice, and we're going to let that get brown. That's what I remember her doing. I hope that's hot enough. I remember it being, like enough to not make it greasy, but just brown it. So
sure.
I'm going to need a wooden spoon, which I have here.
So you're kind of coating.
Yeah, basically coating the rice in the olive oil.
Okay.
I mean vegetable oil, which I'm sure you could use olive oil. I'm just, like I said, trying to remember my dear mom's procedure, what she did. So maybe we should come back after we get this.
Okay, we'll get this kind of up to temperature here.
Yeah,
okay.
But that's the first step, is just browning the rice.
Okay.
And then we'll take it from there. We'll be right back.
Great.
Okay, we've gotten the rice to be, you can smell the rice getting a nice toastiness to it, and you can see that it's actually gotten brown. So that's That's what we needed to do. And to this, we're going to add chopped up onion. It should be finely chopped. We kind of have it more of a rough chop, but finely chopped onion would give it a nice intense flavor. And we have a clove of garlic, and already you can smell the.
Oh yeah, right as soon as it hits the hot pan.
So we're just kind of combining these ingredients. I'm going to give this actually another little bit of oil because I don't want it to burn.
Okay. Did it dry out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we want the onion and the garlic to be a little bit, almost like translucent and soften.
Okay.
So.
Oh, it smells incredible.
Yeah, it does bring back a lot of memories. Like I said, I'm just kind of doing this from memory, from what I recall, watching my mom do it in the kitchen and having, for some reason, just not tried Spanish rice on my own. But I've loved my sisters and brothers who make it, and I'm thinking, well, it's about time for Ralph to learn.
That's right. It's your turn to try.
With Kevin's inspiration of being the wonderful kitchen chef that he is. So, but yeah, you can hear it. The rice is kind of almost crackling.
Yeah, I love the color that it's gotten though now. It's really, nice, and you can see how it's toasted. I'm going to try to get in there, Ralph, so that people can really see the beautiful, the brownness of the rice.
And so the onion and the garlic are integrated into the rice pretty well now. And to that, I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. My mom would often use stewed tomatoes.
Okay.
And I remember that sizzling sound and that smell of it.
So that's good.
Mixing in, yeah. So you can use stewed or stewed or diced.
Diced, okay.
So that's your tomato. I think she's even used tomato paste.
Okay. Now what have you got?
So my mom would often put peas in her rice, which I loved. But you have to drain them.
Drain them, okay.
And she would sometimes put corn, even carrots, but I love the peas. And that's kind of a unique thing that not everyone does with their Spanish rice.
So we just got a nice can of green peas.
Yeah, we're going to add that.
Okay.
And we're going to try not to, mash the peas up.
That's beautiful already.
Yeah, it's got the colors of the Mexican flag.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is almost
and then
ready to now add.
What do we got in there?
3 cups of chicken broth.
Ah, okay. So now we're going to turn the heat up, right?
We're eventually going to lower it, but I think the heat should have probably been a little higher at this point because it should be sizzling like it did with that with the tomato added to it. So
we'll bring it back up.
Okay, so we're going to add that.
So there's 3 cups of chicken broth.
And we had, a bit of liquid, of course, in the canned tomatoes, and not so much in the sweet peas because we took those out. And we're going to add to this just about a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
And I know some people add cumin or some other, Mexican flavors, even crushed peppers or jalapenos. But yeah, so what we're going to do now is just mix it all up.
And then will this, like when you make normal rice, you bring it up to a boil and then turn the heat down?
Actually, not to a boil, but to a simmer.
To a simmer, okay.
And then we're going to, once it's nice and hot, we're going to, as it gets to a simmer, bring it down to a lower heat and then cover it for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
I think that's right, so I hope that's right.
All right, so we'll come back when
It's actually already starting to...
Let's see.
See, it's already bubbling.
Okay.
That's a simmer, right?
Yep. Just starting to come to a little bubble.
Okay. So far, I have to say it smells right and it looks right, so I hope it all comes out right. And one thing I have learned about rice that I've been cooking on my own is once it's covered, you don't open it. So
okay.
Kind of keep it covered, and I have a feeling that's about as hot as we want it to.
Okay, yeah, you can see it starting to steam.
Yeah, it's just starting to boil, not like a hard boil, but just like a, what is that called, a simmer?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now turn the heat down.
And we'll time from where we are now, it's about 10 minutes to 3. We'll say, how about 20 minutes, like I said.
Okay, about 10 after 3?
Yeah, and then we take it off the heat and let it sit for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then we should be good.
Well, the kitchen smells wonderful.
Yeah, it really does bring back some memories, so hope it comes out.
Okay.
Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, and that time can vary a little bit depending on how hot your heat is or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But this looks good, and
does it ever?
I'm gonna try a little, make sure that it is.
Careful, it's hot. Yeah. You want to check for kind of the doneness of the rice.
It tastes right. It tastes good. So it's important to take it off the heat after the 20 minutes or so, and let it sit and absorb the rest of the water for another 5 or 10 minutes, I would say. But yeah, I think it's coming along well, and we're going to, kind of fluff it up and then add it to our meal. So yeah, I think we've got the Spanish rice cooked just the way my mom did.
And
it has a great flavor too.
We've been listening to wonderful music. Color her great.
Vicky Carr, one of our mom's favorites, your mom and mine, and
she was Mexican.
She was from El Paso, I believe, and I forget her real name, but it's a long, beautiful Spanish name. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of Cavalcade of Food. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making the Spanish rice.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks, everybody.
With peas.
See you next time.
Peas out.
Give peas a chance.